Stop. The news is hurting you. Are you feeling overwhelmed and anxious by what you're listening to? Is it causing you distress and causing you to feel like doom and gloom is happening? I want you to stop and pay attention to what you are listening to. And that's what I'm talking to you about today. Hi, I'm Shanita. I'm your mindset coach. I'm here to help you to heal from your traumatic experiences as well as uncover and discover who you are so you can begin to live a life of wholeness and purpose. So let's get right down to it. You know, this past couple of weeks, I've been talking a lot to my different clients about their intake of the news because there's a lot of them is feeling anxious. I was feeling anxious too. Feeling anxious, upset, worried, scared, just because of their intake of the news and what they were hearing. Okay? So I need you to understand is what you feed your mind, it shapes you from the inside out. It affects your mental health. And the constant stream of bad news, negativity will feel you depleted, anxious, and sometimes even depressed. So I want you to begin to pay attention of what you are taking in concerning the news. Yes, there are a lot of changes going on. Yes, we don't have a clue about what's really going on behind doors. There's a lot of things that are being said. We don't understand. We don't have a clue why this is happening. We don't. But I want you to remember what I tell myself, what I tell my clients is if you don't have any control over it, you have to pray about it and let it go. And last time I checked, we don't have much control over what's going on today. So pray about it, let it go. But I need you to begin to recognize that the negative news that you're listening to is having an effect on your mental health. So these are some steps that you can begin to do. Number one, unfollow toxic accounts. Pull up all of your social media, figure out, okay, where am I getting my news from? Who's feeding me this stuff? And how's it affecting me? And if you could say it's affecting you negative, just unfollow. Write a list. So when all this blows over or things are different, you could just follow them again. But right now, unfollow them. If it's causing you anxiety, unfollow it. If it's causing you extra stress and to be worried about it, unfollow them. They're not bad people. They more than likely have the facts. I don't know. But if it's causing your negative, if the negative things are causing your mental health, if it's causing you your mental health, you have to recognize if it is causing you your mental health, it's okay to unfollow them for this season. Okay? All right, number two, replace it with uplift content. Okay? If you're Christian, put on some good worship music. If you're not, listen to some meditation music. Put on something that's good, that's relaxing, good and relaxing. Not all music out there is good and relaxing, okay? Okay, I'm going to just say that. Not everything out there is good and relaxing. So put on something that's good and relaxing. I had on some jazz earlier, do what you got to do. But replace it with upbeat content. Number three, be mindful of your conversations. Everybody is going to want to talk about everything that's going on. If it's going to cause you anxiety, you're going to say, hey, could we change the topic? Could we change the subject? Could we talk about something else? Because we don't really have control over any of that. So be mindful of your conversations. Even be mindful of your conversations when you're at work. People are going to want to talk about it. Their anxiety is going to become your anxiety. Their depression is going to become your depression. So I want you to be mindful of your conversations. Number four, create a no news zone. No news zone. You may need to do this in your own home. You may need to do this when you're with family. You may need to do this when you're with friends. You may need to do this when you're with coworkers. Create a no news zone. No news. And number 5, I want you to engage in life-giving activities. Something first that's going to give you life. Prayer, meditation, engage in a hobby, read a book, something that's going to bring you life, and then engage in activities that's going to bring somebody else life. Okay? So those are the 5 steps that will help you to remove negativity, the negative news out of your life. Now, you may say, like pretty much all of my clients say, where am I going to get my news from? So this is what I do. Okay. I took the news apps off my phone. One of the things I do, I'll go on to my, like Google Chrome, I use that. So I go on to that. I will punch in the news channel, that my local news channel. I get my headlines from them first, and I'll just scan the headlines. See if there's anything you really need to know about. Local stuff is important because that's where you live. And then I'll go on a major one, scan the headlines, see if there's anything that pertains to me personally that I need to do something about. If I say no, then I move on. And I'm going to need you to move on too. Because like I said, we have no control over what's going on. All we have control over is ourselves, and things we could do about society is pray. But in our local area, we can always help out. Okay? All right, so that's what I have for you today. I want you to remember the negative news will hurt your mental health. So it's important to turn it off, okay? All right, until next time, you keep working on yourself. And I'm Shanita. I'm your mindset coach. I'm here to help you to heal from your traumatic experiences as well as uncover and discover who you are so you could begin to live a life of wholeness and purpose. Have a great rest of your day. Bye now.